you gonna do then?
Whoa.
He flipped it and pointed it at me.
Mm.
So what I started doing was the things that I wanted her to do, I did.
Wow.
And that's when my relationship changed. When I started treating her the way I wanted to be treated instead of expecting her, because you got to realize.
Check it out. We got Moses Oatman right now, man. It's glad to have you, Moses. How's everything? How's everything? How you doing? How's the family? How's everything going in your life?
What's good? Just happy to be alive. I mean, I wake up every day, literally astonished that I'm still here.
Mm.
Family doing good. I'm a grandpa now, get a little older.
Okay.
We're feeling good, man. Every time I can get up and breathe a little bit, remember my name, I feel good, man.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Grandpa Moses, tell me something. What's good about Grandpa Moses, man?
Man, it's different. You
Right?
know, I got 5 kids, 4 girls, 1 boy. My boy is 7, so
Yeah.
having a grandbaby, I just felt like I gotta start eating right. You know what I'm saying? I gotta start changing stuff up now, man. I
Okay.
can't get a little older. I gotta make sure I'm right. They
Okay.
might want to play a little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
So it just puts a different perspective, man,
Okay.
on
Okay.
life. When you see your children getting to the point where they having children, you like, wow,
Wow,
that's
man.
that's a blessing, man.
Man, that's good, man. You don't look like a grandpa, man. You still have a youthful
I
look,
don't feel
man.
like one either. Yeah,
You
except
say,
these knees.
the need, say, bro, the needs to get to you, man. The needs to have you thinking like, hey, my mind say I could do it, but my knees say I need to sit down and relax.
Yes, sir.
So tell me something, man. We met a million years ago in Lawton, Oklahoma, man. Tell me about you. Where you from, man?
I am from a town called East Orange, New Jersey.
East
Literally
Orange.
where Naughty by Nature's from. Queen Latifah's from that area. Um, a lot of people is just from that particular area. A lot of hip hop. Red Man's from the city right next to me. Lauren Hill is from the same. We all from the same general area. I can like walk to their town. So
Wow.
that's why I grew up a little town. It's about 3 square miles,
Okay.
but it's got about 60 some thousand people in 3 square miles.
Really?
Really.
So how
So
small was your graduating class?
woo, maybe about 200 or something.
Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We had 3 high schools and a college
Really?
in a city that's only 3 square miles.
Wow. Wow.
So that's how I grew up. Town was like 90% black,
Okay.
and everybody else thought they was black. So
Okay.
that's how I grew up. Man. I didn't really meet other people until I joined the army, man.
Wow.
Straight up.
Wow. That's that's
Yes,
that's
sir.
that's deep, man. That's deep. So
It
tell me
is, man.
something, man. Like what growing up in East Orange, what were you like? What was your high school? What were your days like, man? What were you doing?
Oh, man. I was in the band. Of course, you probably would thought that. I wasn't singing back then except in church, but I played saxophone.
Word.
Um, I played drums too, but I was mainly playing that saxophone, man.
Okay.
Freshman year, I was the worst saxophone player. First picked it up freshman year. By the time football season was over, I was the first chair.
Wow.
I played the mess out of that thing. I wasn't playing. Yeah, so all my years I did basketball and football, outside.
Right.
I ain't play for the school, but in the school, everybody knew me for playing the saxophone, man.
Oh, so you was on that horn, right?
I was on that horn. They called it the saxophone. Don't tell nobody that. Yeah, I got delivered.
Hey
They
man, I
changed
feel you, man. I feel you.
it.
Okay, okay. So growing up in East Orange, playing the saxophone, not really too much else to do but get in trouble or get away. So tell me about when you got away. What was that decision like?
Oh God. You really want to hear this one?
Go for it, man. We got time.
I'm in a relationship with a particular female, 4 years, and she decides I was 2 years older than her. She decided she wanted to go off to college,
Wow.
and she wanted to go to college in Winston Salem. So
Okay.
she wanted to go down to Carolina.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm kind of like mad, like, well, you gonna leave me? I'm gonna join the army then. Now, mind you, my brother was in the National Guard. So when I went up there, my thought was, I'm about to join the National Guard. I'm gonna go for a couple months, come back to East Orange. When I get there, the recruiter said this. He said, "Why you gonna leave the hood and come right back here?"
Wow.
I said, "You know what, man? Sign me up for 4 years." And that's how I joined the army.
Wow. Just like that.
Exactly like that. Just like that.
Okay, what was
My
your
parents thought I was,
go ahead. Finish
yes.
that?
I said my parents thought I was crazy because everybody was a teacher.
Yeah.
You know, my brother's a teacher, my father's a teacher, my mother worked in the school system. So joining the army regular time, they were like, "What are you talking about? We paying for your college. What are you talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
But that's how God led me, man. He led me through a girl making a decision, and I thought it was my decision, but God was pretty much saying, "I got something better for you, man. Go and join the army."
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so what was your job like when you joined the army? What were you looking at?
Oh man, 25U, baby. Signal
25 years.
support,
Okay, using signal. Oh,
communications, man. Yes.
okay.
Now, how I got that job was very simple, man. My brother was a 31 kilo back then. That's back in the day. It's now 25 series. It was 31 series back then.
Yeah.
He told me, if you don't want to go to the field a lot, get you a job like combo,
Right.
which was it was good, you know what I'm saying? But we went to the field every time everybody else went.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, that's how I got.
Yeah. So, did you deploy ever? How many times did you deploy?
I deployed one time,
Okay.
and that was OIX-2 to Iraq.
Okay.
Yeah, I was stationed in Germany, and what's crazy is we were always in the field anyway.
Mm,
Before Iraq kicked off, we were supposed to go to Kosovo.
really?
After 9/11, I got to Germany in July of 2001.
Yeah.
Just had a baby, and my wife found out she was pregnant. So
Yeah.
we got 3 kids, you know, and found out we about to go to Kosovo. And from there, 9/11 hit. And then it went from training for Kosovo to training to go to Iraq. So out of my 4 years in Germany, I was in the field probably 2.5, 3 years.
Okay. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
I've been knowing you for a while, and you said somebody. That's a revelation just now. You saying when you joined the army, you were already with 3 kids? No, when you
Nah,
when you deploy.
when
Okay.
I joined up, yeah, when I deployed, when I joined up, it was just me, man. Let me tell you the story how I met my wife real quick, real
Yeah. Yeah.
quick.
Do that. I was
I,
gonna get
I'm a
there. Go
church
ahead.
boy. I'm, I'm a straight church boy. I joined the army, and all of a sudden, I turned into Mr. Club. Like I'm going to all the clubs.
Word.
Anybody know about Lawton? I was at every club in Lawton, you know,
Okay.
back in the day. So when I first get here in 98, my wife right now,
Jeez.
I met her in the club. We met each other, and then God started working on me, man, and he
Mm-hmm.
got me out the club, got her out the club. But that's how I met her, man. Right in the club, thinking I was cool.
Man, you ain't meet my sister in no club. Stop. Don't do that.
Yes, we was getting it in, man. I used to have a black and mild in my hand,
S-
had me a fuzzy navel. Yeah.
Say, everybody listen to this. Listen to me. Listen to me clearly. Moses and his
Yeah.
wife are the two most quietest people that you could never meet, and they're I'm talking about character outstanding. You never heard a bad word from anybody about them. And this man just told me they met in the club. Man, tell me God don't work. Tell me God is not real. I would never
But
know.
the church I go to is her cousin's church.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
still there today, man.
Yeah, we know that part. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we got out the club, got into church. And the church I'm a church boy. I'm like, what church? You know some churches? She said her cousin church.
Yeah.
We still there today, man.
Man,
So
look at that, man.
it's
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So she's from Lawton, right?
She she don't claim Lawton. She was born in Lawton.
Okay.
Her dad was an Air Force guy.
Okay.
So she's been to Panama. She spent most of her childhood in North Carolina.
So she's a military
So
brat.
she
Okay.
rep at North Carolina, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I've been
Okay.
here long enough. I rep Lawton. I've been here long enough,
Man,
man.
you
I've
said
been
you've been there since '98, man. I was still in school when you were in
98.
Lawton. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Man, that's a long time, man.
98.
That's your hometown. You might as
15.
well say that. That's your hometown, right?
Yeah. I love the L Town, man. No,
Okay.
no hate here, man. I love it,
I,
man.
I I love to hear that, man. So tell me something, man.
Yeah.
You played the saxophone in school. You know, you were kind of you had your little wilding out moment when you got to Lawton, Oklahoma before you deployed. So tell me a little bit something.
Yeah.
What was that transition to? Okay, you probably before that. When did you start wanting to pursue a singing career?
All right. I started writing poetry
Okay,
at 14.
gotcha.
And most of my poems were for my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? They mess up with their girl. They come, yo, they called me Sess back then, Sess, man. They say, yo, man, I need something for the girls, man. I messed up. And I would write poetry and give it to them. And then they would act like they wrote it and give it to their girls. And then it went from there to actually writing songs. My first songs were like talking to women, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Holla at a girl. It was almost like high five, you know what I'm saying? With stuff like that. And that's
Okay.
why I started that. So I
Wow.
wasn't writing for Jesus back then. I was just writing, just regular R&B type songs. I thought I was gonna be the next R. Kelly or something like that. Not the other stuff
Oh,
you be
so
doing, but you know what
so
I'm saying?
okay. So
Not that
you
stuff.
weren't holding women hostage. Okay.
Nah, not that kind of stuff.
Say, bro. Yo, man,
Yeah.
if somebody told me Moses was the cleanup man for the fellas, I would have never known.
Yes. Yes. I
Okay.
was I'm not the person you see today, man. We was bad, man. We would do stuff like this. We would be riding in the car.
Okay.
I would beat the horn twice. I'm driving. I'll beat the horn twice. I'll roll down the passenger window, and it could be a female that wasn't as attractive as you wanted her to be. And so when I rolled down the window, my boy would turn and she would look at him like, "What's up?" And then I would just look straight like I don't know what's going on, man. We would
Mo
just do dirty stuff, man. We was bad,
man.
man.
Wow,
We was
that's
yeah.
say, you know what, man? I got some questions I wanted to get to, but I just want to stay on that right there. It's good to
What you
hear
got?
that people can hear that someone that you've known for you say, man, I've known you almost 10 years. And they
Yes, sir.
hear people talk about their life before they were sold out for the Lord. That's it's good because it lets people know that listen, we all been there. I remember a conversation I had with D Straight. We went to
Yes.
Red Lobster for his birthday a couple years ago. And somebody who knew me, they were like, man, y'all lucky Al is saved because he probably would have robbed this place. So D Straight said, Alvin ain't no robber. Alvin don't do stuff like that. Man, I thought Alvin. So he that whole thing, he was like, man, all this, I
Yes.
I I seen you as some square cat. I'm like, man, I am square. I don't claim anything I did before that dude dead. But it's just good to hear people talk about. Look, man, I've come so far that you can actually
Yes,
the
sir.
transition is tangible. You can date it. This is yes, there's a difference in me. It wasn't just that
Mhm.
I started going to church and all of a sudden I just stopped doing what I was doing in front of you. No, I changed everything about me changed. And
That's
that's what
it.
I hear when I'm
That's it.
listening to you, man. So speak
That's
to that
it,
a little
man.
bit more, man. Give us
That's
a little
real,
bit more
man.
of that.
That's exactly what happened, man. I even tell my mom, man. I confess to some of the things I did. I didn't even walk in high school. This is how bad I was. I would cut every single day.
Wow.
East Orange, New Jersey is about 15 miles away from New York.
Mm-hmm.
I would get on the bus, I get on the train. Me and my fellas be in New York.
Mm.
Me and my fellas be at the house playing spades. And anybody that know me, I don't play spades anymore. I was very good at spades.
Okay.
But when we played spades in high school, we had a drink in one hand and whoever smoked had smokes.
Okay.
So even when I play now, if it's not online, like on internet, you know what I'm saying? I don't play spades no more because it brings back that, I'm on the block. I'm about to slap these cards, you know what I'm saying?
You know
It
your
brings back that
boundaries.
feeling.
Yeah.
So I just stopped. That's one of my triggers. I just
Yeah.
left it alone, man.
Yeah. I get
But
it.
yeah, I cut so much. I got suspended for cutting, not fighting, none of that stuff. I just didn't go to school at all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
Wow.
I did. And I
Okay.
was terrible with the ladies, man. I'm terrible, bro. That's probably why God gave me 4 girls. I
Say,
was
man,
terrible
I
doing
wasn't gonna say that because I know it's kind of superstitious in a way, and I don't really
it.
mess with superstition. But man, you did have 4 daughters. It took you a long time to have that
Yes.
one boy.
Uh,
So was that was your payback, your retribution?
yes, sir. I believe it was, man.
Yeah, 4 beautiful
When I
baby
when I
girls
really
too.
got saved, yeah, when I really got saved, got the Holy Ghost, bro. I literally found some ex-girlfriend online. I was like, I am so sorry. I am not that person.
Wow,
I'm saved, I'm
that's
changed, I'm different, I'm
integrity.
married. Yeah, because I just felt so bad, man. I was bad, dude. Yeah.
Wow, man.
But that's why I'm happy with my daughters. They beautiful.
Yeah, you have a beautiful family, man. And my little homie, man. I remember when he came to the crib, he ate my pizza and then won't give me a high five. It's all good though. Hey man, so okay, let's pivot back to
Yeah.
talking about your music. Okay, we know that you were the wingman, just making sure the fellas stay cool with the poetry. So when did
Yes, sir.
the then you realize, you know what, I want to start singing and writing music?
Okay. Like I said, that was probably about ninth or 10th grade. And we actually cut a song back then. I think it was called Scared to Talk to You or something like that.
Okay,
But fast forward, I'm still writing, but I'm writing for like my wife. I was writing X-rated stuff for my wife. Like I can't sing these songs anymore. Um,
okay,
but I would have some, PG song. But fast forward, I'm talking to my mother, and this is going to deal with me being saved and going into gospel music per se.
okay.
I'm talking to my mother, and she asked me one simple question. She says, Moses, why can't you live for God?
Wow.
And I ran, this is before I got married. I ran through my mind real quick. I like smoking, I like drinking, I like women, I like clubbing, I like all this. But inside of me, the answer was, I don't want to.
Mm,
And when I came to that knowledge, I bust out crying on the phone, man.
wow.
And that was the beginning of me going towards Christ. And my mother always told me, God gave you the gift to use it for him.
Okay.
So I've always been the kind of person, even when I was in the world, I always listened to music that my thought was always this: if you got a microphone in your hand, tell the people something.
Okay.
Tell them something that's gonna help them. I mean, I ain't gonna grab the microphone and just say shake your butt, shake your butt. I mean, I'm saying tell them something that's gonna help them, man. People trying to deal with suicide, people dealing with stress,
People got yeah.
depression,
Okay.
family problems. I'm gonna grab the mic and tell you just to shake it.
Mm,
So I always wanted to write something that meant something.
yeah.
So when I got saved, he just started giving me songs. I'll be asleep sometimes, and he'll just give me a song, and I'll wake up in my sleep and write it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really got maybe about 01,
Mm,
02.
okay.
I really got into, listening and writing down what he told me to write down. And I've
Wow.
been doing it ever since, man. Of course, you had those times when you put the pen down, you get one of them Jeremiah moments. You're like, I ain't doing this no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then even in your moments, I quit. This ain't working. It ain't worth it. God has put fire in you, and you like, I can't stop.
Wow.
And that's what got back on it again, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Tell me about the first song you recorded and released it as a single, or you began the first song you recorded that was kind of maybe you did release it as a single. Yeah. What's the first song that you recorded that you were
Woo,
planning to put on an album?
man. I guess the first songs I actually did was with my man Ferb
Okay.
here in Law.
Okay.
He was doing his album, and I'm on there. I'm just open. That's what they call me. I was still in the military, so they called me by my last name.
Okay.
But I'm on a couple tracks with him. I think "Call Me" is on there. The original "Call Me" I did. and some other songs I did. I first started doing was with Furby.
Okay.
That's the first singles I did. Now as my own, Call Me was my first. No, excuse me. My first EP was Cry Holy.
Mhm.
You know, other than that, I would just work with my man. At the Fur was Rich Man,
Mhm.
and that's why I met you at.
Yeah.
I think you and Quiet Storm
Mhm.
was coming out the elevator or something like that. That's the first time I saw you guys in probably like '06, '07.
Mhm.
And then I started getting on stuff with him, and other people started asking me to jump on their stuff. But yeah, I to be honest with you, I never thought of myself as a single, artist.
Okay.
I wanted to be in a group. I grew up listening to Guy. I grew up listening to Rude Boys. I grew up listening to, what I'm saying, Jodeci and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Mint Condition, Commission, Lil Whining. So I was thinking I'm gonna be a part of a group. And then I always got to the place where nobody was available to be a part of the group.
Okay.
So I had to do it by myself. Yeah. But to be honest with you, Moses would love to be in a group
Right.
of people feeling, bouncing off each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had to do what I had to do, man. I couldn't stop. So
Okay.
those are my first singles.
Okay.
And I think I did one with y'all.
Yeah,
Um,
you did.
Spine?
You did Spine and you did another one. I can't
Spine.
remember. Yeah. I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah. I still have that song too. Yeah.
yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah, that was when, man. Jeez. That was when,
Yes, sir.
man. Yeah, I remember that, man. So tell me about the first album you recorded, man. The one with
I,
Roadrunner, the single what's the other single about the love
True
single,
Worshiper.
True Worshipper.
That was called Anything Can Happen.
Anything can happen.
All right,
That's
so
it.
what happened was anything can happen. Yes. I still didn't do that like I want to do it, but yes, anything can happen is actually out now. Go get it.
Yeah.
Um, it was basically because I write so many different styles, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I had songs that you can sing in church, songs that you can bump in the car, like Road Runner. So grateful for Moises, uh,
Mm.
AVO, also known as AO back then. Promise Son, jumped on the album,
Mm-hmm.
and just it's got worship, it's got praise, it's got songs I don't even know how to describe them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Songs like Where My Father Is, you know what I'm saying? Songs like I'm Here, which got like almost a rock and roll feel to it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. That album basically was me showcasing my different styles of writing, you know. And I think, to be honest with you, that's been my most difficult thing because I can write anything.
Yeah.
So when it came to being an artist, it was like, how do I show you who I am when I'm so different?
Wow.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
Sometimes people
deep.
try to box you
Yeah,
in
that's deep, man.
and make you do a certain thing. Yes,
Wow.
yes. But yeah, but that's what I'm. That was that particular album. Right now, I started shifting into what I would call 1/4 Mio music.
Okay.
My son's name is Moses Emmanuel Oatman,
Mm-hmm.
and we call him Mio. So, and he was born in 2014. So it's a play on words, you know what I'm saying? 1/4 Mio. And it stands for motivational, um, inspirational, optimistic.
Wow.
So this is what I was saying when it's music I wanted to do that everybody can listen to, man.
Okay.
Those about to commit suicide, I want them to pop the music in and be like, nah, man, I ain't doing that.
Okay.
Those who are, feel like they failing in life, they want them to pop a song in,
Mm.
and just change their direction. So
Yeah.
it was like, trying to feed them Jesus without mushing Jesus in their face. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. And real quick, the first song off that one is called "I'm in Love."
Mm.
I actually did one for my wife called "I'm in Love,"
Okay, I was gonna ask you
and
that.
in love, not I'm in lust,
Okay.
not I'm in, I want some loving.
Okay.
I'm in love. We've been married almost 23 years.
Wow,
So I
man.
wanted to definitely write something with her in mind.
Okay, so you said you wrote that you wrote your next single of your motivation was your wife. Okay, give us something about that. Like how when you were thinking about, okay, I'm gonna do another project. I'm not really too happy with what I did with the last project, even though I liked the project. So you weren't happy with it, but this time you had so much focus, and you just and one of the main singers, you were like, this woman right here is motivation. Tell me, how did that work out for you?
Oh man, it was too easy, man. To be honest with you, I've wrote probably 10, 20 songs with my wife that nobody's ever heard.
Wow.
It's just when you love something, you just if that's your skill,
Hmm.
if you are an artist, you draw things, your inspiration is gonna be something that you love.
Mm.
So it's not hard to write about my wife. So I just began to write. I've always loved you. That's the first line. I've always loved you right from the start. You know what I'm saying? And just going through how I had to learn how to trust her and different things like that. As far as love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Because first thing you fell in love with was her looks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Just to be honest with you.
That's an absolute
And then
truth.
you fall in love with the yeah. But just going and just thinking about how we've created this beautiful world, man.
Wow.
Like we have 5 kids, man.
Yeah.
We have 5 kids that are doing good. All of them about grown now, man. So just writing the kind of love that creates that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I ain't got 5 baby mamas. I got one wife, and we
Wow.
got 5 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just wanting them to know the other side of the coin, man.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, it was just simply wanting to tell the world our side of the story.
Okay.
We
I
we
like
we
that.
got all the Chris Brown, wonderful artists. We have Usher's wonderful artists. We have all the world trying to tell us what love is.
Okay.
Shouldn't it be somebody who's been with one person for
Mm.
20 some years? Shouldn't it be with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't it be with a faithful, loving husband? Shouldn't I be telling the story?
Okay.
How you gonna tell me what love is?
Okay. Okay.
So that's where I'm coming from
I like
with that
that.
particular song.
Talk your talk, Moses Oldman.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
listen, man. Okay, what's the name of the single again?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of the single again?
That one's called I'm in Love.
I'm in love. Okay,
I'm in
we're
love.
gonna be closing this out, but I want you to dig into that, man. You said something
Yes,
really,
sir.
really, really. I think that you got a little more you want to share with that, man. You've been with your wife for 23 years. You all have 5 kids. You have one grandbaby, and right, like I've said, man, I've been knowing you guys for a while, man, and the character of you all as a family is impeccable, man, and I love that. So give there are young ladies in the world right now, they feel that men aren't even worthy to even allow them in it, not even allow their space anymore, because men, they don't believe men want to be faithful. They don't believe men want to be husbands. They definitely don't believe men want to be fathers, because they know that the man doesn't might not even want to stay once the baby's here. So give us some insight on how did you make it, even some, some struggles, some things, and how did you overcome that in 23 years of marriage?
Wow. First off, our first year was the struggle. Straight, that was the struggle year
I
right
can I
there.
can attest to that.
Um, I only had one word in my mind that first year, to be honest with you. It was called annulment. Only word I had. I was looking for her to do something so I can get rid of her. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
And
understand. I
so
understand.
we get saved, and my prayer was simply like this: God, you need to touch that woman that you gave me. God, you need to do something with her. God, she need to cook more. God, and then finally he said, "What you gonna do then?"
Whoa.
He flipped it and pointed it at me.
Mm,
So what I started doing was the things that I wanted her to do, I did,
wow.
and that's what well my relationship changed. When I started treating her the way I wanted to be treated instead of expecting her, because you got to realize we came from two totally different backgrounds.
Hmm.
Her parents divorced when she was about 13. So she was raised basically by herself. Her mother got into some stuff. I ain't gonna get into her mom
You
business.
good.
And she was basically raising herself. I came from a mother and father that's been married over 40 some years. Grandparents been married, 60, 70 years. So I was used to two parents.
Wow.
So when we got together, we had to learn each other.
Mm-hmm.
We had to learn how we gonna do this. And that's what I believe a lot of people make mistakes. My dad's name is William. I'm not William. I'm Moses.
Yeah.
My mother's name is Rosemary. My wife's name is not Rosemary.
Yeah.
I had to learn her. And I have to learn her every year, every month, every day, because she changes every day.
Wow.
And for the ladies out there, I always tell my daughters that they're cheesecake. I tell all my daughters they're cheesecake. I said, a man does not make you. He enhances you.
Okay.
That's what he does. The cheesecake is good by itself. If you find the right man, he's supposed to be like that chocolate sauce you drip on there, like that strawberries you put on there, them cherries, that caramel you put on top of the cheesecake. That's what he doing. So if you're not complete yourself, don't look for somebody else to complete you. And I think that's the problem sometimes. Sometimes I think, and I don't want to preach to you, but where was Adam at when God was messing with Eve, when God was creating and developing Eve? He was asleep. Some of y'all men are still asleep because God wants to work on you.
Man.
But you too busy.
Man.
Sit back, let God work on you.
Wow.
And then once he gets finished with you, he'll wake up your Adam. It's that simple.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Moses Oatman with a word for you. Check out his music on YouTube. Give me some links, Moses. I'm going to put it in the bio and I'm going to put it in the comments and I'm going to share this when I add this to YouTube. All that's going to be there. But I want that you say, give me some comments. Give me some links.
Man, everything about me is always Moses Oatman. You can find me on Instagram, Moses Oatman. You can find me everywhere. Just look up Moses Oatman, man. That's simple.
Just look up Moses, Moses, Oatman. Hey, Moses, one last question before you go, man. I always try to leave my guests because I appreciate them. So I try to get them off their toes and ask them something that they ain't even thinking about. So, okay, here we go. This one just came to me. I usually ask something else, but listen, okay. Suspend reality. Right now, Moses Oatman he's born, and right now he walked to a wishing well. He wished and he got a superpower. What's that superpower?
I would love to read minds. I don't know why. I would just love to read. I mean, I don't want to read everybody's mind.
Yeah, that's kind of deep, Moses.
I just want to have the ability to read somebody's mind and be able to help them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I want to read your mind. But sometimes it's like they're not going to tell you what they're going through. But I would like to know to help. Wow, I've always been the person that want to help somebody. So yeah, I would love that right there. Would be good.
So y'all see this, ladies and gentlemen, this is Moses Oatman. This man said he would like to read minds to help. Now, when he said read minds, the first thing I said was, I don't want to know what you think about me. I'm so selfish. I'm thinking I could read minds, but then I'm going to know that you don't like me, and that's going to deal with my securities. Man, that's a different brother right there, man. So listen, I want y'all all to support him, man. There's not many people that I can speak so highly of where I can really, I'm telling you, listen, when I say this, when there's no infraction in his character, man. The man is a man of his word. If I ask Moses right now, hey, I need you on a song. I haven't written a song in I just wrote one I just wrote a Saints anthem, but that don't count. But I haven't written a real song in a minute, and Moses will be right there for me, man. His word is bond. He's a man of integrity. His family, there's an awesome group, man. Support him. These are the type of people I like to support. So Moses, get the merch out. Let me know so I can start wearing some of your clothes, man. And I will be on your page getting the music that I have your other album. When this stuff come out, you already know I got it, man. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I should do a podcast with Ramee and support the homeboy, Moses Oatman. I'm telling you, he the truth. Thank you, Moses.
God bless y'all. Y'all take care.
You are blessed, man.
King of glory. King of glory.
That's another song we did. We out, man.